Welcome to InfoHub. In our headlines, the Commonwealth meeting in the United Kingdom continues and tolls coming for some roads in Region 7. Stay tuned for the details of these and more.
Here's an important message from the Ministry of Finance and the Guyana Revenue Authority.
If you've never filed or paid your taxes or have deliberately not declared your true income, and now you're worried that you'll be audited by the Guyana Revenue Authority, I have good news for you.
The Ministry of Finance has announced a tax amnesty effective January 1 to September 30, 2018.
So you can now pay all your outstanding income, property, corporate, withholding, and capital gains taxes and get right with the GRA. Visit their office or call them at 227-6060, extension 1201 or 1204 today.
Invest in your country. Pay your taxes.
We begin with news that President David Granger, in his presentation at the Malaria Summit in London, proposed a four-pronged international approach to tackling the disease that kills millions annually. Stacey Carmichael joins us with this report.
President David Granger today joined other leaders in London to reaffirm Guyana's commitment to the global fight to eradicate malaria.
Guyana commits to halving the number of malaria cases and malaria deaths by 2023 from the 2015 baseline of 8,329 cases. Guyana has achieved significant national progress in reducing malaria. The total number of new cases declined by more than 60% between 2010 and 2015. Malaria, unfortunately, despite these gains, remains highly resilient. A 5% increase in new cases was recorded in 2016 and again in 2017.
The head of state recommended a four-pronged international approach to combating malaria, which involves the transfer of technologies from developed to developing countries.
It involves preventing and limiting vector-borne infections by the dissemination of quality health information. It involves providing improved tools for diagnosing and identifying active cases of malaria, regardless of species. And finally, by procuring high-quality anti-malarial combination treatment to ensure full cure of infected persons and to avoid drug-resistant malaria.
His Royal Highness Prince of Wales, speaking at the summit, emphasized the need to do more to rid the world of the disease, pointing to the role of the Commonwealth.
The successful achievement of the SDGs, and within them the fight against malaria, is not part of some à la carte development menu. It is the prerequisite for our survival.
Ready to beat malaria is the global theme of the malaria campaign. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
President David Granger and his Mozambique counterpart, President Filipe Nyusi, today on the sidelines of the 2018 Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, recommitted to strengthening bilateral relations between their nations. Here is Stacey again.
President David Granger described his meeting with Mozambique's President Filipe Nyusi as a renewal of a long-standing friendship. Mozambique, as a member state of the Commonwealth, has also thrown its support behind Guyana in the fight to maintain its territorial integrity.
We were able to speak to Mozambique as a member of the African, Caribbean, and Pacific states, and as a member of the Commonwealth. So there is a lot in common between Mozambique and Guyana. And we have committed to strengthening our ties.
The two leaders committed to strengthening relations in areas of common interest.
I believe this is a good opportunity to renew that old friendship and to look to the future to build solidarity. Certainly in political terms, we are interested in ensuring that the African, Caribbean, and Pacific states go forward into the new era as a united front.
President Granger also met with members of the diaspora in London, who restated their commitment to Guyana's continued development.
We are very confident in the relations with Guyana, and we are looking for the strengthening of economic ties, particularly between the diaspora and their home country.
The head of state will continue his engagements with other leaders on the sidelines of the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael from London.
Gabriela Patram now tells us that Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu declared open the Public Health Ministry's inaugural Health Expo at the Ramada Princess Hotel.
Acting President and Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu today delivered the feature address at the launch of the Ministry of Public Health Expo. The acting president noted that the expo is intended to focus nationally on the health policy overview and also the ways in which citizens can contribute to ensuring a healthy society.
A nation is blessed if it has healthy and productive citizens who become useful in all spheres of their endeavors, in all things that you want to do. And the health fair, as I understand it, is to be able to promote awareness about health conditions, diseases, viruses, things that could affect this wealth of the nation.
The acting president encouraged those in attendance to always carefully read labels of products that they consume. The acting president highlighted that despite the challenges faced for financial backings in simultaneous sectors, Guyana has been able to maintain an impressive healthcare system.
Our country is fortunate in that we have a health system that is centrally driven. A health system that is rooted in concern and care for our people. This has nothing to do with whether it is this government or that government. It has to do with a national policy that we have seen in this country since independence.
Meanwhile, Minister of Public Health Walter Lawrence described the expo as the first of its kind for the ministry.
The goal of this health expo is to develop synergies between the Ministry of Public Health and all the healthcare providers, more importantly, the general public.
The Health Expo will be held from the 30th of May to the 2nd of June 2018 at the Sophia Exhibition Center under the theme Reaching for a Better Life with Good Health. Reporting from the Ramada Princess Hotel, Gabriela Patram for InfoHub.
Several roads in Cayuni-Mazaruni Region 7 will be tolled. More in this Renata LaFleur report.
Minister of Public Infrastructure David Patterson, during a recent meeting with regional officials of Cayuni-Mazaruni Region 7, stated that the strategy will aid in the maintenance and sustainability of the infrastructure and regional development.
We will be tolling some of these roads, right? And we probably soon will finish upgrading it because we will be tolling it. And I would hope that we could work along the region in this, so that, the tolls goes directly to the maintenance of the place. But I do hope that the tolls generated in Region 7.
The minister also encouraged the officials to work along with his ministry on the idea. Regional Chairman Gordon Bradford said the idea was indeed welcomed.
The idea of the toll, I think that is really worthy for us to consider and to have it implemented so that these people can pay for some of the destruction and in terms of maintenance.
Echoing his sentiments, Bartica Mayor Gifford Marshall indicated that a road plan will be crafted. However, he noted that the Infrastructure Ministry must be the implementing body of the strategy.
We'll fast forward the process in terms of putting forward, if I'm to use this term, a road plan, and you can probably give us about 3 weeks, and because we'll have to have some consultations in determining where the vehicles traverse. Because I spoke to the traffic department, I saw some trucks parked in 4th Avenue with almost 100 drums of fuel, and I was saying to them that definitely we can't continue. That cannot continue.
The Ministry of Public Infrastructure has ongoing works on several sections on the Bartica-Potaro Trail. Renata LaFleur for InfoHub.
The Public Accounts Committee has commended Region 7's administration. Stefan Gabriel has more.
The Public Accounts Committee met Monday last in Parliament chambers to consider the Auditor General's report for the 2016 fiscal year. Member of Parliament Pauline Sukai, who chaired in the absence of Mohammed Ifran Ali, commended the region administration for the marked improvement in their management of the region's finances.
There seemed to have been somewhat an improvement in the region, and I will ask that some of the areas that we have had some prolonged questioning in, that you take note of those.
Meanwhile, committee member and Minister of Public Health, Valda Lawrence, acknowledged the difficulties faced by the outlying regions to adhere to the stipulations for clearing check orders. She noted reasons cited by Regional Executive Officer Roderick Edinburgh.
This is a matter that has been coming for several years to Public Accounts Committee. We are not only here to see the discrepancies, but we are here to be advised so that we can make recommendations to the Minister of Finance.
The Public Accounts Committee of the National Assembly has the primary task of examining the use of allocated funds by the various arms of government. It functions mainly by calling to account regional and other agencies cited for non-compliance by the AG. For InfoHub, Stefan Gabriel.
An agriculture research station will be constructed at Cashew Lake in the Pirara area, Region 9. Senika Thorne tells us that this decision was made after consultations with stakeholders on the way forward for the Hinterland Sustainable Agriculture Development Program.
The consultants are looking at various aspects of the dam design, the station design, which when I say station, I mean buildings, land plots, and so on. So presently that is what is ongoing. They are in the final stages of that, and we hope to have the report before the end of the month. So at that point in time, we will share the report with all the stakeholders.
The US $4 million agriculture research station will consist of demonstration plots, herds of cattle, poultry rearing, fish ponds, orchards, and seed stocks. It will also boast a huge reservoir that will provide irrigation year-round, thereby addressing the extended dry seasons which result in drought-like conditions. According to Latchman, the engineer along with the consultants of the project are looking at various aspects of the station and its requirements.
The reservoir, as we would have all heard at the last meeting, the size has been drastically reduced to 200 acres. That allows us to carry out research, but it will be supplemented by additional sources of water. So at this point, what we have with the environmental and social personnel on the ground, and some of you would have met them, the consultants are visiting the various villages that surround the Pirara area and are carrying out consultations with various villagers.
The project also includes construction of an abattoir and incentive packages for communities, which will be based on and developed from the research done by the station. The Agriculture Research Station is the larger portion of the entire Hinterland Sustainable Agriculture Program, which is aimed at improving agriculture through environmentally and sustainable methods. A total of $265 million was allocated in the 2018 national budget for its design and construction. Senika Thorne for InfoHub.
We end with this Natisha Isaacs report from the University of Guyana. The institution is putting students in the forefront of its plans once again, with the formal signing of an agreement with Power Producers and Distributors Incorporated. This will facilitate hands-on training for students within the Faculty of Technology.
It's imperative that we give our students as much industrial experience as possible.
Professor Scott told InfoHub that this engagement is one which has grown over a period of 12 years.
This inking of an agreement is basically a confirmation of that commitment and a desire for our relationships to be deepened, so that at the end of the day our students benefit from the best opportunities that could be offered.
The agreement will see the University of Guyana receiving $1.5 million per year, while 5 university students will be sent an industrial attachment annually with PPDI. CEO Aaron Fraser.
We have selected the university essentially because over the years we've seen the quality of their students, and we want to enable them to sustain their engineering programs.
For InfoHub, Letitia Isaacs.
Check our website or Facebook page for more details as we bring you updates on developments across Guyana and further afield. Thanks for watching. Remember to connect with us 24/7 on our website and social media. Goodbye.
The taxes we pay provide revenue for the government to use to develop and improve our country's infrastructure and the life of all Guyanese.
If we pay our taxes, the government will be able to build more roads, schools, hospitals, bridges, and other government facilities.
The government will also be able to use those funds to pay better wages and salaries to public servants and to improve government services.
This will help to attract more investors to our country, create jobs, and reduce poverty.
Let's invest in our country. Pay your taxes.
A message from the Ministry of Finance and the Guyana Revenue Authority.